a chance to join us. So I've been ordered by the wife that I have to just make sure this phone is right. I'm a bit to the right, aren't I? But it doesn't matter. I've been ordered by the wife to walk the dogs before we go to Bristol. We're going to see my son. I have a 27-year-old son. It was his birthday on November the 7th. He lives in Bristol, not with my wife. And I'm very close to him. His name's Andreas. Now this phone will wobble a bit because we're walking, unfortunately. So, yeah, we had a very interesting live, didn't we? So I'm hoping, I'm hoping that you lot are being notified here so that I'm not just here on my own. So thanks to anyone that got me a coffee. Hi, Michelle. I just thought, my wife's told me I've got to walk the dogs before I go Bristol. So I just thought, well, I'm going to do a live. Why not? It is a bit wobbly. I know these phone holders are they can be a bit wobbly. So not much I can do about it. I'm trying to just walk a bit slower so it doesn't wobble as much. Now, we had a very, very interesting live this morning. I wasn't expecting it. Now, I want to just go over a few things. Yes, we had a notification. EP fan forever and Lorna. Anyone else got a notification? Wow. Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, I've tried to look up that comment. I can't find it, but I will have a look. Hi, Debbie. So the walk tends to take me, itchy eye. Hi, Multi. The walk tends to take me about 40 minutes. So we got 40 minutes of me wobbling. Sorry about the wobble. Now I thought we had an interesting live this morning. Now the intention of the live, I'm just trying to shorten this so it doesn't wobble as much. The intention of the live this morning, we were going to say a few little cute things. Hi, Rosalind, is it? And Sherry. God, I'll tell you what, why is the notification suddenly starting to work? What is that? What is that? Today it's working. So I was going to tell a few cute stories about Billy Smith and Lisa Marie when Lisa Marie stayed at Graceland after Elvis passed, I think, as well. Also, we used a lot of the information we used this morning was Derby Shaw's, that's right, my eyes watering. Derby Shaw's Facebook page. Please go over and like Derby Shaw's Facebook page. Really good, guys. You'll learn so much. Her research is done really well. She's like Amy Collett. She just does it properly. She makes me look silly because my research is very wishy-washy. Yeah, even I admit it that my research can be a bit unprofessional. I'm just a fan at home, guys. Look, I'm walking the dogs. See? Walking the dogs. I ain't no professional. I'm no expert. I'm just Louis in the UK who's been a fan for over 50 years that loves doing daily live streams. Yeah, that loves doing daily live streams for Team Elvis because Team Elvis is my family. It's actually quite a nice day. It's dry. Now, it is a special day, isn't it, today? And So a special, it's Memorial Day, isn't it? So it's a very special day today, so I completely understand, and I send everyone love. I sent everyone love. Michelle and Elaine, I've seen your pictures on Facebook. Brilliant pictures. So I send love to Michelle and Elaine. Yes, Remembrance Sunday. It's a very, even in my hometown, we do have many events this morning for Remembrance Day. So my heart goes out to you. My involvement with the Second World War is that my father worked for the British Army in Cyprus, fixing helicopters, aeroplanes, no, not helicopters, sorry, aeroplanes and tanks, just cars, you know. My father was a mechanic. He wasn't a soldier because he was too young. But I'm not talking about 1945 now. I'm talking around the late 50s, the early 60s. My father worked for the British Army. Yeah. Let's cross here. Come on, guys. Yeah. Oops. So, when my father worked for the British Army, I don't know the actual year. I think around 1960. Let me just get past these people. That's how he was taught to speak English. And really, that's the reason he came to England. So my father working for the British Army is probably why I'm alive. Yes, of course, Michelle. Of course. Anyway, so this morning's live, we were going to go onto Derby Shore's Facebook page, and we were going to discuss Vernon's will, Elvis's will, you know, the trust, the executors that were appointed, the alteration to the will the day before Vernon died. Also, we were going to discuss Vernon's actual will, which I think, I'm trying to remember now, it was April, was it 1978? So I really enjoyed it. I went through all the different write-ups on Derby Shore's Facebook page. Yes, April 78. Really enjoyed it, actually. Found it very interesting. We found a really cute story of the day Elvis, Billy Smith, Elvis 13 years old, Billy Smith 5 years old, in a Plymouth, in a 1943 Plymouth, was it? There's 6 of them in the vehicle, obviously Gladys and Vernon, and then you've got, I'm trying to remember now. There's 6 of them in the vehicle driving to Memphis. Yeah, I noticed. I'll let him go by. Right, so gotta be careful, aren't you guys? You never know. Anyway, as I was saying, so they drive from Tupelo to Memphis with the hope of a brighter future. In this Plymouth, 1943 or 48, one or the other. I think the Plymouth is outside, next to Sotillo Road, next to it. I think the Plymouth, or an equivalent, is there. You can go and view it, yeah? In Tupelo. So just really enjoyed reading these things out. We were going the ins and outs of the divorce, the ins and outs of the wills, the ins and outs of Billy Smith with Lisa Marie. Just really enjoyed it. Go back, guys, you're going to like it. Now remember, we're called Defending Elvis Presley, yeah? That's what we're called. Yes, we also do Elvis videos. We are not just a Defending Elvis channel. We also do Defending Elvis and normal little documentaries. Let me get past these people. Now I think I've made so many videos that make it very, very obvious, hi Maria, that we defend Elvis. That's our purpose. I would say 90%. So one, no offense, I say this with respect, because I also think if someone is a Priscilla fan, I want to show them respect so that we can change their mind. I want to hear out their views so that we can debate, disagree, share our research, share our pictures, videos, all the rest of it, you know. On the 24-hour chat, we can share our pictures and videos. Now, don't forget, we do have a Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page and a 24-hour chat on Messenger that you guys can join and share your research and exchange ideas. You can debate, share pictures and videos, get to know each other. It's just a brilliant thing. The 24-hour chat is one of the best things that have come out of the Defending Elvis movement that we have. We have a movement defending Elvis, don't we? So, as I was saying, guys, yeah? So a subscriber, a member, says, oh, Priscilla is a big part of the reason that has preserved the legacy of Elvis. Now this member said many other things. This member said many other things in support of Priscilla. Now, it's okay, guys. It's okay if some of you want to support Priscilla, feel that Priscilla is part of the reason Elvis is remembered, that Priscilla did a lot of good for Elvis's legacy, helped save Elvis's legacy, helped promote Graceland and stop it being sold, or opening the Living Museum, stuff like that. If you guys believe that, that's your right. I don't. I have seen enough proof that clearly shows that Priscilla did not save Graceland. That Priscilla, I'm just making sure I'm looking at the right dot. Oh, right there, I've got to look over here. That Priscilla had nothing to do with the saving of Graceland, had nothing to do with the opening of the Living Museum. Now, some of you might find that a bit surprising, yeah? You must understand the history. That after Elvis died, and when, even obviously going forward to when Vernon died, Memphis City were worried, because Memphis City knew that Graceland and Elvis were a massive draw for tourism in Memphis City, a massive draw. So it was important to Memphis City that Gracelands would be saved, that Elvis's home could become a living museum. Now, Memphis City knew that there were thousands of people visiting Memphis, tens of thousands, to see Graceland, to visit the grave, you know, the meditation garden. It was bringing in a lot of tourism, a lot of trade for bars and restaurants and shops, memorabilia shops and gift shops. It was a massive draw. So Memphis City, when Elvis died, knew that the draw that Elvis had to Memphis was massive and it had to be preserved. Of course, when Elvis died, everyone was worried. When Graceland died, when Vernon became unwell, this was a serious worry. So there were people behind the scenes, I don't know all the details, but people like Morgan Maxfield, let me just do this a bit longer. Morgan Maxfield, Jack Sodden, Memphis City, and other people. You know, got the co-executors, we got the bank, is it the Bank of Commerce? You've got a lot going on to preserve Graceland, to preserve the music, well, to open the museum. Now, Graceland had been doing tours before Vernon died. Colonel Tom Parker did some with Todd Slaughter. Look up Todd Slaughter, guys. Look him up. So they'd sort of been doing it at a small scale before Priscilla came along. Yeah? Now remember, the will was complicated. Elvis clearly did not want Priscilla in his will. As far as I can see, he just wanted everything to go to Lisa Marie and the living bloodline. Yeah? Is it Aunt Delta, Minnie Mae, Vernon? Now, if I get my facts wrong, I'm sorry. But he clearly did not want Priscilla at all. So the plans were at hand to save Graceland. So when you hear Priscilla being interviewed saying that they were worried that it was going to be sold off bit by bit, broken up, even removing the wallpaper from the walls, etc. It's bullshit. Don't believe it. It's crap. When you hear Priscilla saying, sorry guys, that she stopped it from being sold, when she does this little rubbish speech that she gives, that she's in a boardroom of executives and they're discussing that they're going to sell off Graceland, it's bullshit. Now, there's a possibility that Memphis City may have bought it. That is believable, yeah. But Memphis City had no intention of breaking it up, selling it off bit by bit. Never. Graceland was always going to be kept as it was, opened as a living museum, including developing the area in front of it. Now, Priscilla has maneuvered herself into a position of power. Now, she tried, if you look at Derby Shaw's information, she did try to interrupt Vernon's will, Elvis's will. She tried to become one of the co-executors, one of the main people. I think it didn't work out at first. I think there was even a lawsuit where Priscilla wanted the rest of her money paid to her that was owed on the second divorce settlement. You know, I'm guessing a bit, guys. I think there was a lawsuit where Vernon was saying no, that she had been taken care of by the money she'd already had so far, that the provision to let me just try and say it. So where Priscilla was trying to say she wanted to be one of the co-executors on the will, so I missed that comment. But yes, I'm walking the dogs. It's a bit of fun, guys. Now, what I'm trying to say is that Priscilla was trying to mess things up and have more power and have more money. Yeah? So keep the comments short so I can read them, because they disappear very quickly. Obviously you can talk to each other, as long as the comments can be to each other as long as you want. But what I'm trying to say is that Priscilla, as soon as Elvis died, was in there to grab more money, more power, to be part owner. Even when Vernon was still alive, she was in there. Now Priscilla didn't manage to get her way at first with Vernon, but she did in the end. I think Joe Esposito even tried to help Priscilla, but she did in the end manage to talk Vernon into allowing her to be co-trustee on behalf of Lisa Marie, and this was done around April 1978. Now I think there was an amendment to Vernon's will the day before he died, but I think that amendment was to include his brother and sister. Is it Vesta and I can't remember the name of his sister. And there's a possibility he wanted things given to Sandy Miller as well. Yes, that sound right? He wanted his possessions and his clothing, his jewelry given to Sandy Miller, but that may have already been in there, I'm not sure. So eventually Priscilla has maneuvered herself into a position where she's the boss. She's in charge, not Sandy. Okay, so it might have already happened. Sandy Miller, Elvis's nurse, Elvis's girlfriend. So it was more about including his brother and sister. Okay, and I think didn't they get $20,000 each, something like that. Anyway, so it's very obvious that Priscilla was money grabbing, power grabbing, property grabbing intensely when Elvis died, when Vernon was close to death. There was a real maneuver for power. Now eventually she does jump on and takes full credit for saving Graceland and launching Graceland as a living museum, which is not true, by the way. We have proved she did not save Graceland. She did not. It was not her idea to do the living museum. Now, was she used as the front person? Well, yes, but the front person to announce that Graceland would become a living museum, yes, she was, but of course she was. She had the power. She was owed a lot of money. She had a lien on Graceland, a debt, a charge that was created from the deed of trust. So they couldn't really say no to her. When she was in that boardroom with those executives, she was demanding that she can launch Graceland, the living museum. This is my opinion for entertainment purposes. Everything I say on this show is for entertainment purposes. Now, once Priscilla had achieved almighty power over Graceland, on behalf of Lisa Marie as well, she could do whatever she wanted. She could do whatever she wanted. Now, she does go on in interviews, even with Lisa Marie. She does go on to say in interviews in front of Lisa Marie that she saved Graceland, that Elvis would have been forgotten within 5 years if she didn't, and that she is basically the reason that we remember Elvis, which is an absolute joke, because we know that the reason Elvis is remembered is because of the fans. We know this. The fans have kept his legacy alive, have kept the living museum going, and anything related to Elvis ultimately goes back to two things: Elvis's talent, the way that he affected the world with his personality, his looks, and his talent, and the fans. Those two things. That's why Graceland is still a massive success, even now in 2024. not because of Priscilla. Now, Priscilla wants us to think that she is the reason that Graceland has been such a massive success. When Graceland became a living museum, it was guaranteed that it would be successful. There was no doubt. Memphis City knew that Graceland as a living museum was going to be a massive success. So did Priscilla. So did Vernon. So when Priscilla tries to take credit for the fact that it was so successful, and she tries to say, because of me, I saved Elvis's reputation, legacy, image, all that. It's such a load of crap, guys. It is such a load of crap. Elvis is the reason Graceland's, the museum, is a success. Elvis and the fans. Elvis and the fans. No other reason. Not Priscilla. I would say Lisa Marie is also the reason that Graceland is such a massive success, because Lisa Marie is loved around the world, isn't she? They love her as much as they love Elvis, and miss her as well. We miss Lisa Marie. So I personally think that Priscilla has done a lot of damage to Graceland, to Elvis's image, to Elvis's legacy. I think financially, Priscilla, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, has done a lot of damage to Elvis Presley Enterprises, renting Gracelands to Elvis Presley Enterprises. I think that selling Elvis Presley Enterprises was a massive mistake way back in 2004, I think, to Bob Silliman. I also think that when she sold the Presley name and the Graceland name, this was a massive mistake. Should never have happened. So I think she's done more harm than good. I also think that when Priscilla started releasing books like Elvis and Me, being involved with documentaries, biographies and movies and TV melodramas, Priscilla did a lot of harm to Elvis's image, reputation and legacy. So when a subscriber says to me, Priscilla is a big part of the reason of the success of the Living Museum, a big part of the reason that Elvis is remembered, that his legacy is remembered, I have to jump in and disagree. Now, I'm not trying to have a go at the subscriber. I'm trying to say to the subscriber, you're wrong. Let me just keep going. I'm trying to say to the subscriber, with respect, in a kind, friendly way, you need to get your facts right. You need to do some decent research. You need to understand that Priscilla has been harming and damaging Elvis's image and reputation for 50 years. Has been lying about Elvis, in my opinion, for entertainment. Sorry about that, the phone was ringing. Now, what I'm trying to say to you guys is this. Even this thing where Priscilla has been heavily involved in anything Elvis since she took over. Yeah, she has. Priscilla has made it her life, after her failed acting career, and when she eventually realized that the only way she was going to make money is living off Elvis Presley's name, Presley, which she should never have taken back because it's not her name, because she gave it up. So Priscilla has spent her life making money from Graceland,